Hey everybody, it's Marco with Luso Overland, and today what I'm going to do is replace this windshield washer fluid reservoir, and we'll take a look at the pump, and we'll also take a look at the nozzles because they're probably plugged up as well. You can see that this one is all cracked. It's cracked on the sides, doesn't hold fluid, so we're going to replace it. Here's the brand new OEM tank. There's the part number, and of course, like always, everything that we use in this video is going to be linked in the description because you can get it at lusooverland.com. So the first step is we're just going to come from beneath this tank and pull it straight up. It's just on a mount right here along the backside. Then once you've popped it off the mount, that's going to reveal the pump, and you can see there's a wire harness right here, so you can just squeeze that tab and pull off that wire harness, and then there is one hose that's stuck to the pump, which I just pulled off. There's no hose clamp or anything, it just pulls right off the bottom of the reservoir, and that's what takes your fluid to the nozzles. With the reservoir removed, you can now remove your pump if you're reusing it. There's just two screws there. If you're not sure if your pump works and you want to test it, you can just take two alligator clips and clip them onto the two terminals on the pump, or even just a piece of wire touching it will work if you don't have alligator clips. And then you want to just touch the other end to the positive and negative terminals of your battery. Now you just want to touch it for like a split second. You don't want to run, pretty much the rule of thumb is you don't really want to run any pump when it's dry. And I don't really know if the terminals matter, which one goes to positive or negative. It'll work either way, and we'll only do it for a split second. So, see that? It works just fine. If yours doesn't work, you can get a new one on lusooverland.com, but I think I'm just gonna keep rocking this one until it fails. So now you can just transfer the pump onto the new reservoir, attach the wire, attach the tube back on that spout, put it back on the mount, and if that's the only problem you got, you're done. For me, I need to clean out a blockage because even when I had fluid in the cracked reservoir, I could hear the pump running, but it wasn't coming out through the nozzles onto the windshield. So if you follow the tube that comes from the bottom of the reservoir, it comes down, it comes up like this. Then you've got this plastic T right here where the bottom line keeps going to the passenger side of the vehicle to go to the passenger nozzle, and then the split takes the driver's side back this way, actually right back into around there, where it goes into the nozzle. The most likely place for a blockage to be is not going to be in the big wide rubber line. It's going to be either in the plastic T, or the most likely scenario is in the very, very tiny tip of the metal nozzle. You can't really see it, but this is pretty cool. Unlike a newer car where you have like these like plastic nozzles on the top of your hood, on the Gen 1 Montero, that's 83 to 91, there's a break in the screen on the cowl panel, and the nozzle, you can't really see it, but it's down in there, and it's just like a little piece of metal with a tiny little hole in the end that then sprays up onto the windshield. On the driver's side of the vehicle, you can follow the hose, and it comes down and it goes right there under this metal bracket. You can see the metal right there where it connects to the bottom of the nozzle. There's a little screw that I can't really show you to the right of it that holds that nozzle in, just a single screw. So you can kind of access it by taking a screwdriver in right through there, or you can just take off these two 10mm bolts. You'll be able to move this bracket a little bit out of your way to expose that screw. Let's take a look at the passenger side one. Again, just follow the hose, and on the back of the firewall, you can see this one a little bit clearer. There's the bottom of the metal nozzle where the hose attaches to, and there's just that one single Phillips screw. Well, technically not Phillips, GIS, but you know, who's counting. With that bracket unbolted, you can get back there easier, unscrew that one screw that's in there, and then take out the nozzles. Then you can take those, throw them in some white vinegar overnight, 24 hours, etc. and that should take care of most of that buildup. You may have to repeat this process a few times. You might have to use like a little pipe cleaner in there or some compressed air to help get that calcified washer fluid residue out of there, but this process should work pretty well. Here are the nozzles after 36 hours in vinegar. As you can see, they look great, cleaned up all the outside, and then I took some compressed air, sprayed it in through the small hole on this end, and it blew out any gunk that was built up inside, so now these things are free and clear. So now you just got to put this screw back into the firewall to hold that nozzle in place. Now definitely be careful not to drop this down the back of the firewall. That'll be annoying. So if you have one of these little magnetizer, you can magnetize your screwdriver so that the screw will stick to it, and that's pretty handy. Moment of truth. Oh yeah. Problem solved. Thanks for watching, you guys.